Indianapolis, and we are here for the ARCA Series for my first time this season. I went ahead and skipped week 1 just because it was at Charlotte and we had just ran it at Charlotte, and I didn't feel like running it again. But we're here at Indianapolis. This is going to be a tough one. We need to get out and start our qualifying real quick here because we only got 5 minutes, and this is a big old track. As you can see, very, very overcast, foggy day. Track temp is only like 78, I believe. Tons of grip out there. But as always here at Indianapolis with these, you got to watch the corner exit. It can jump sideways on you, especially if you're clipping that little rumble strip on the inside. But long run, it can get very, very, very tight. So we need to try and manage that. Biggest key for this track, though, I think, is just qualifying good. It's very tough to pass here, especially once you get to older tires. It just gets way too tight to do anything. You have to just hope the people in front of you start pushing so bad that they're having to lift to not hit the wall, because otherwise it's going to be very difficult to make a pass. And we are the number 4 in a really big field, so we need to try and put ourselves close-ish to the front if we can. Not a combo I've ever really been super good at. Well, this may not turn out great with qualifying. Didn't feel like very good 1 and 2 there. Looking for a low 53, but I don't think we're anywhere near that. We'll have to see. 53.4 would actually be my best. I don't know if it's going to be good enough, though. Trying to get the tires to warm up so we have a little bit more grip. Maybe the second lap can be a little bit better. This first one might be alright. 53.1. Wow, okay. Is that going to be good, though? Seems good to me. Well, we're sitting 8th at the moment, so maybe not. A little bit loose through 2, but we still get a decent exit. Not going to be gaining anything down the straight, though. Try and get a good 3 and 4 here. Get on throttle as quick as I can. That was good. Alright, not terrible. We gained almost 2/10 there, so that should help us a little bit. Oh my gosh, 52.5. We might just be screwed. 52.5s up front. That is way faster than I thought was possible. We will see. We got James in here. He just ran a 52.6, so we're going to be in trouble. This is not a combo I have top speed at. Never really have. We're mid-pack at the moment, which is fine. If we could get a top 10, that would be fine. We'll do the best we can, but hopefully just have a fun race. 20 laps here. It feels like a long time with this big of a track. And I think one time we ran it, we had like 4 people in front of us wreck out, and we got a bunch of free spots and ended up getting like 3rd or something. So maybe that'll happen again. Maybe we'll take some of that mini stock luck we had from last week and bring it here. 52.5 up front, just jumping up to the top. It's a 0.54, really fast. Best I ran in practice was like a 53.4, but I think the track must have been a little hotter. 78 track temp is very cool. We got an 11 mile an hour wind as well going west, which I think can this show us the track? So west, I can't see the start finish line, but that'll be a crosswind down the straights though, so probably isn't helping or hurting really. Maybe on the corner entries and exits it'll come into play, but for giving us extra speed down the straights, it's not really going to do anything. In terms of that wind, we are going to be starting 10th on the outside row. too terrible, but the outside's going to be sketchy. Good luck to everybody. Hopefully it's a fun, clean one. We'll see. This is always typically a race that I really struggle to move forward in, just because it is really hard to pass and the track is so big that everyone's speed kind of evens out.
We expect to be fighting for the podium.
Almost a 4K strength of field, though. We'll just see what we can do. See if we can survive it. Can be a messy one here too. It's a narrow racing surface, and the corners really are tough to get into. Really sharp, hard braking zones for a very high-speed track. So there can be some pile-ups.
Waiting on the final car to grid.
But if we get spread out, then it should be easy to keep clean. But even catching traffic, it can be tough. Let's get this ready if we need it, and cross our fingers that we don't. 20 laps here at Indianapolis for week 2 in season 4. I have to see where the mini stocks are this week. The official series, I may run them, or I might skip it since we're doing the league with those. I'd like to run the 87s, like I was mentioning last week.
You don't get any extra tire sets for this race, so let's be smart out there.
But those races take a little while longer than these easy to jump into no caution races. So it's all about finding the time that I've got. Should hopefully be able to get into a few of them this season. Cross my fingers. I've been really exhausted today from work, I guess. So I don't know if I'm going to have much reaction time in this one. We need to try and save the right front. I think the last time we came here, I really burned off the right front and could not do anything. It just got way too tight. Seem to remember that being the last race we did here with these, but maybe that was a couple races before that. I don't know. But I remember at some point racing this combo and just really blowing the tires and then not being able to turn. So we'll see if we can do better here. Cross our fingers and see if we can get a decent start. Not going to be much we can do for a little bit, though, with all the traffic. Let's try and not fall back too far, and we need to watch the looseness on the cold tires. It can really catch you off guard. You don't have much room to save it here. But we will do the best we can. Got the 19 behind us on the inside row. And the 11 up there, 10 of Dylan back there. Just saw he's in this race. But good luck to all of us. Let's all have a really fun, clean one, shall we?
Get ready.
Make sure that's unmuted and get ready to go green here. How early is he going to go?
The pace car is in.
Can't see him, can't see him. We're getting run into before we're going, because he waited very long, but people behind me were wanting to go before we started to go, so. We survived it.
Still there.
Oh, terrible.
Clear low, clear low.
Terrible for turn 2 there, but we get clear and we can go to the bottom now. The 7 gets loose or something, goes all the way to the grass. We'll stick behind the 5 here for a moment. Somebody's clipping the wall or something. And I couldn't see the corner entry, so I messed that up massively. Alright, we're alive. We're single file. Can we do anything to go forward? Maybe? Maybe?
Outside. Still there.
I'm not going to push it too hard right now, though. But maybe we should while the tires are good, because we may not be able to pass later. I don't know. I don't know if we're quicker than the 5 anyway. We got a little gap behind us. We're still in 10th, so that's alright. And I missed the corner. That's not good. This might be where we start to go backwards. Let's try and keep as little wheel in it as possible to keep that pressure off the right front. See if we can keep up with these guys. It's going to be so tough for us to pass. I know it. Watch out for people clipping the wall there. I keep missing turn 2. That's really messing me up. Trying to get that settled down, because that leads to the big long straightaway here. Ooh, 5 car into the wall. Much better run through 4 that time instead of like we did in turn 2. I'm not going to throw it in this time on him, I don't think.
The car in P1 just hit the faster flat. 52.679.
All of a sudden the 12 is flying up behind us.
Outside. All clear, all clear. Outside. Still there?
Stuck the nose there. Get side by side with him, not quite able to pull on him at all. We got draft from the 12 though. Okay, he got tight. We were able to make the pass. That's nice. See if we can keep moving forward a little bit. Well, we made 1 pass. Not going to be able to get to the inside on the 11 yet. Not quite close enough. Get him on exit of 2. That's a really good place to pass, I think. He's in there on the outside for 3. But he got a better run that time than we did. So I'm not going to have a chance this time. Really entering the corner quicker than me, though.
Outside. Stay low. There's a car on the high side. Stay low.
But just can't do anything against that outside lane.
Just clear high. Clear high.
Unfortunate. Big gaps ahead of us, though. Need to get them into either 1 or 3. We need to be side by side before we get to the corner. But that's going to be so difficult. But he is overdriving 3. But I kind of followed him. But he keeps getting better exits to the straights, which is not allowing us to get close. We got a bigger gap behind us again. They're side by side, so that's going to help us pull ahead a little bit more. Ooh, nearly the wall for the 11. Unable to get it to turn into 2. That's not good. Everyone might start be getting tight. That could be why the people behind us are falling off and why now we're falling off from the 11, at least for right now. So we'll keep trying to get it to that white line if we can. But he is just all of a sudden taken off. And we're leaving a big gap to the 12 behind us now, too. Oh man, I gotta figure out turn 2. We just keep overdriving it, and that's just hurting the tires, killing our run on exit. Like I said though, qualifying I think is the most important thing with this combo. We have not really done anything compared to where we started. We made one pass, and now we are very far away from trying to make another one. Probably going to take some mistakes. 12 cars catching back up. Car all of a sudden flying behind us. We did much better through turn 2 that time. I don't know what happened to the 12. He's really quick now. I can't go any quicker without hitting the wall. At least I think. Watch that rumble strip. That was a pretty good lap for us, it felt like. We pulled back in on the 11, but the 12 is closed in massively within that one lap. He grabs the apron, shoves him up the track. He's nearly into the wall. He is into the wall. Nearly into the wall again. They're making contact ahead, looks like. Evasive maneuvers. We got James slow on the inside there, unfortunate. He might have some damage. I'm looking at him and not the corner, and same with the 11, it looks like. He eats the wall.
Got one outside. You're gaining on the car in front.
Should be able to complete the pass, but he nearly held it. He's still going to hold it, but we'll be able to clear him, I think. He's got the 12 on his inside now.
Still there. We have 10 to go this time. Stay low.
Well, I thought we were going to be able to.
Stay low.
Apparently not. We need to try and clear him. But he's just entering the corner so much harder than we are. It's not going to be easy, if possible.
Stay low.
Unfortunately.
Still there. Hold the line.
We got a good run that time. Try and clear him into one.
We got you. 3.
And maybe we can pull away.
Stay low.
Alright.
Clear high. Clear high.
Thankfully, now he and the 12 can battle for a bit. Well, he burned up his tires on the outside. And we can hopefully pull a gap. That puts us 7th. Unfortunate that James had to pay for it. We got somebody on the access road up ahead. Might have hit the wall with damage.
Good, Caden.
Looks like he's making his way to pit road.
We got you. 2.3.
So that's another free spot. I think the tires are going away. Yeah, he's going to pit road. So that'll put us 6th. So that's turning out good. The 11 and 12 are still battling, so that's allowing us to pull further away. And we just need to focus on not hitting the wall out of the corner and try not to overdrive entry. I think more wall contact is going to be happening more and more throughout the field as these tires go away. We are past halfway. We made a couple passes, that's nice. Got a couple free spots. The 11 is just overdriving it massively, but he's carrying so much more speed on entry that he can stay on your outside. That's why he's falling off, because his right front's giving out. 3 seconds to 5th place up there, the 7. But they are racing pretty close together up there, pushing hard, so maybe if they get side by side, we'll have a chance to close in, or there may be some wall contact pushing on exit for them. Who knows? Looks like the 12 got past the 11. He's 1.1 seconds back, but with how quickly he caught us a few laps ago and me overdriving that, he may be able to get back up here. I think we need to move the brakes back. Probably should have done that a few laps ago. Let's go ahead and put him all the way back. Car feels good though, there's a lot of grip. Track is very cool. Just keep overdriving turn 2. That could be that wind. And the 11 gains 2/10 on us there. Or not the 11, the 12. He may come up here and beat us. I don't think we've got anything for him. He's just closing in crazy fast every time he gets single file behind us. We'll do our best to put in some decent laps here, see if we can hold him off. We gained a little bit on the 7, but not much.
5 to go at the line. You're going well. Big panic.
5 laps to go. Finally, a turn 2 that wasn't terrible. Didn't feel great. Overdrive 3 a bit. They may have made contact with the wall ahead. It's tough to tell. Sun's trying to come out. Maybe make a couple slick spots. They're racing hard up ahead, but they are really not slowing down too much. They're not side by side. But I figured they would have been pushing pretty hard. That turn 2 wasn't great. Again. We are within 2.5 seconds now. 0.7 behind us. And we overdrive 3 again. You just see the 12 behind us wrapping that white line. That's why he is quicker. It'll be tough for him to pass us. We're going to try and hold him off if he gets to our inside, but he may just be that much quicker. And look how much he gains. It's crazy. And we're pushing bad out of 2. They pushed really bad ahead as well. I'm starting to lose it, I feel. Seven just slammed the wall. Turn 3 there. That may give us a chance to get to him if he's really damaged. But it could have looked worse than it actually was. It did definitely slow him down a little bit though. But he looks like he's got straightaway speed still. And I massively underdrive it, trying to make up for overdriving it. I don't know what I was doing there. All of a sudden we got a 1 second gap behind us. I wonder if he had the lift getting tight or something. I didn't see anything in my mirror, I was looking ahead. Unless the 7 has another big mistake, I don't think we're getting to him. Coming to the white flag. Right now,
White flag, 1 more lap to go.
no pressure behind us. Let's just be safe here. We got a lap car on the inside. Not going to come into play for us there. He goes to the access road. Any wall hits out of 2. 7 hits it a little bit, slows him down, but is it going to be enough? We might get close. It depends on what he does here in these next 2 corners, last 2 corners of the race. He's pushing. Keeps it out of the wall there. And he keeps it out of the wall there. So,
Good win up there, Barry.
we will take a P6
Thanks, Sean. No, it's fine.
as the number 4, 0X. We had a
good win.
pretty tough time trying to make some passes there. And we got a couple free spots.
There's the flag, man.
And we had to hold off the
That
12
was fun.
with how fast
There
he
you
was
go,
looking.
man.
So
Good
that was a
job,
pretty good
driver.
race. I'll take a 6th place. We were not faster than anybody ahead of us, so the only way we were getting more spots from that was if there was more wall hits. But they kept it clean, so good job to them. Good racing with the 12 for a bit. 82-88, I think Barry won. 84-88. So maybe we should have been entering the corner a little bit harder. Maybe we would have gotten faster. Or been a little bit faster. That was tough though. I always enjoy racing this track. Really tough, especially with cars like these. But starting off, we're not going. We're still not going, and then, oh, they just get stacked up. I thought the 9 just drove into the back of us, but it was whoever was behind the 9, or whoever's behind the 10, the 21. 21 just driving into the back of the guy. And that is because I don't know. I don't know why he would do that. We had some sub 1,000 I ratings out here, I think, but maybe I was looking at practice. But yeah, guy at the very back of the field going before the leader does is never really good. Got the 16 coming out of pit road there and getting the grass. Is it broken? What are we seeing here? 16 gonna get the wall. He does. Jump to the 13. Nothing really. Then the 9's getting loose. The 17 just tags the wall, but he keeps the momentum and doesn't get stuck to it, so he does a good job with that. 6 car is going to get the wall a little bit. He's in the lead at this point, so he's pushing hard. 16 really not turning. He's going to eat the wall hard there. Barry in the 3. Nothing really there. And what's going on here? This is James. Was that massive netcode? No, he eats the wall, but there was netcode with the 7. James smacks the wall, and then the 7 gets like 20 feet of prediction code that makes it think his right rear is getting hooked. That's crazy. But that destroys James's car, unfortunately for him. So he has to pull it off. 11, that's the first time he grabs the wall, and I thought we were going to be able to clear him here, but it's just so tight on the inside. If you don't clear him, you can't do anything. And he's able to stick on our outside even though he got the wall. And it took us a few more laps before we could pass him. Big wall hit there from 13. Always wants to show the 16 driving through the grass. 13 might have got a penalty there. Oh, this is behind us. So this is... I'm way up here. I did not know they were this backed up behind us. So I'm really glad we were out ahead of this. But this is the 9 and the 14 coming together there. They keep it straight. So that's good. 16 still struggling to get off the corner. 15 washing up high. There's just no grip up there, right to the wall. Keeps it up out of the or up into the wall, and it sounded, or it seemed like he was going to keep it away from people, but then 14 grabs the wall, pulls it down, and then the 9 just drives into the back of him. And they continue to make contact. The 9 could have lifted there, it seems like, but he doesn't. And then does the 14 just full throttle him, or full throttle the corner? This is after the checkered, I think. Maybe not. Maybe that's... I don't know what's going on. It says lap 16 here. So apparently people are just giving up and just doing whatever 3/4 of the way through the race. Apparently. It's week 2 and everyone's already lost interest. Waiting on the new ARCA cars to come out. This is what happened to the 12. That's why he disappeared from our mirror a couple laps before the finish. He actually had to downshift there. But he was so much quicker on entry, and he was able to keep that speed. It didn't seem like he was washing up at all. Every time I looked in the mirror, he was wrapping that white line, and he was gaining like 2/10 every corner entry. So he was just crazy fast. He could have beat us probably if he didn't hit that wall that time. 16 going through the grass again. And pit penalty for good measure there at the end. And that's it. Really clean race for the most part. Not that much car-to-car contact, just some wall hits, but that's kind of what you expect at this track. So tough to get out of the corner, but it's really fun. I enjoy it. Got to qualify well, though. Really hard to make a pass. You just got to wait for mistakes if you're far behind like we were. And we were able to get a few free ones, but we did make a couple difficult passes, which was nice. Should have done a better job getting around the 11, I feel like. I could have cleared them sooner, but we got it done anyway. And we wind up with a 6th place, 0x, so pretty happy with that. And that's a decent way to start our season in ARCA. Looking forward to the rest of it.